Memorial Day weekend often means the kickoff to summer, including grilling season. Well, this morning on The Dish, we meet the guy who wrote the Bible on it, literally. After publishing his international bestseller, The Barbecue Bible, Stephen Raichlen has gone on to write more than 30 cookbooks, picking up 5 James Beard Awards along the way. Now Reichlen's exploring a different method in his new project, Griddle, the versatile art of grilling on a flat top, as he shows our Nancy Chin at his home in Florida.
How many grills do you have here?
I think we have about 12 grills here. Each one has a special purpose. You know, I've got the griddle for griddling. I've got the wood burner that's right in back of us. I've got a gas grill because even Stephen Raichlen, you know, on a busy weeknight wants to use a gas grill.
But 12 grills, does one need 12 grills?
Well, how many shoes do you have in your closet?
Stephen Raichlen has long been drawn to the flame and excitement of live fire cooking.
Live fire cooking is in our DNA. About 1.8 million years ago, a distant human ancestor discovered that you could cook meat with fire. We gathered together around the fire to cook, so communal cooking is a very human activity.
Born in Japan while his dad was stationed there in the Air Force, Raichlen spent his childhood years in Baltimore. A self-proclaimed frustrated academic, his scholarly approach to grilling started when he was pursuing a degree in, of all things, French literature.
While I was doing my research, I came across a medieval cookbook called The Form of Curry. It blew my mind. 700 years ago, people were writing cookbooks, and this idea just came to me. Grilling's the world's oldest and most universal cooking method, but everywhere it's done differently. Wouldn't it be cool to travel around the world and document how people grill in different cultures and countries? And the Barbecue Bible was born.
76 countries, over 30 books,
Come stai?
Bene. And TV appearances in multiple languages later.
Alors, je m'appelle Stephen Raichlen, je viens des États-Unis.
Raichlen has immersed himself in Open Fire's countless possibilities, gathered from around the world, and also discovered what doesn't work.
Why the pivot to griddling? Is the guy who wrote Barbecue Bible now turning his back on barbecuing?
No, it's funny. It happened in a very natural, organic way. If you try and grill an A5 Wagyu steak over a conventional grill, the fat's going to melt and your grill's going to set on fire. So what the Japanese do is they cook it on what's called a teppan, which is a griddle. Now, I had a portable griddle. I'd put it on my charcoal grill, and then I cooked the Wagyu steak that way. And it was like a light bulb went off, and I thought, well, you know what, this griddling, there's a way to marry griddling and barbecue. And the more I got into it, the more I liked it.
His new book, Project Griddle, The Versatile Art of Grilling on a Flat Top, showcases both recipes and techniques for the method many associate with just breakfast.
When should you griddle over grilling?
Okay, first of all, when you cook a delicate fish, like the snapper that we get here in South Florida, where if you tried to grill it, it would stick to the grill or fall apart. On a griddle, super easy.
Raichlen calls Japan, Spain, and the United States the 3 great griddle cuisines. His tapas bar shrimp, a nod to Spain's plancha cooktops, combines olive oil sizzled garlic shrimp with fire blistered padron peppers. We make it together.
And actually, while you're doing that, I'm going to add a little sherry. All right, very Spanish.
Overcoming a few fears along the way.
I have to tell you, I'm actually a little scared of grilling. Is that bad to admit?
It's not bad to admit. And it actually is a very nice segue into one of the major advantages of griddling as opposed to grilling. There's no live fire, right? There are no flare-ups. There's no burning. I mean, and it's a big deal because a lot of people like you, you know, are uncomfortable with the fire element.
We sit down with the dish responsible for spurring Reichlen's study of grilling, that A5 Wagyu steak, which is the highest quality in texture and marbling.
If you saw this raw, what you would think is somebody took a piece of white lace and laid it on a red tablecloth. That's how fatty it is.
And that's why you have to griddle it.
And that's why you have to griddle it. And that fat, it's like buttery, it's foie gras. I mean, it's not just fat, it's intensely flavorful fat.
Normally I'd be talking to you about all the flavoring and the caramelization of this, but I just want to sit and enjoy this.
You want another piece?
I could live in this.
Yeah.
Our meal, all made on the griddle, is served with a side of sweet figs and salty halloumi cheese, and piadina, Calabrian chili paste topped with Italian cheese and layered with salumi, all melted into what he calls an Italian mortadella quesadilla, topped by peppery arugula. There's also this American take on the classic kebab.
This is a really interesting dish. They're called speedies. All of the Greek and Italian vendors, you know, at fairs in upstate New York, they make speedies, and they're kebabs. And the funny thing is, today, these are very often marinated in a bottled Italian dressing. Well, I'm such a nut that I deconstructed bottled Italian dressing, figured out how to make it from scratch, and that's what the marinade is here.
This is some of the most moist chicken I think I've ever had.
That's the beauty of the griddle.
Even dessert is from the flat top, peppered pineapple with mezcal whipped cream, and a sangria where, yes, the orange is griddled too. Whether it's in his backyard or through his books, Stephen Raichlen never gets tired of preaching the gospel of grilling.
What does it mean to be able to share all of this with people?
You know, I think you've just hit on the piece of my job that I love the best, because obviously I love the research, I love the travel, but you know, this is all about sharing, and that's what makes us human.
So no surprise, Stephen has shared with us. We have the peppered pineapple with the mezcal whipped cream, which I'm going to say I really like the whipped cream, and you can probably hear it when I just said that. And the sangria with grilled orange. So cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
To grilling and griddling.
I will say
when we should.
that the pineapple is better than I expected. It would probably be even better if it were hot.
This sangria
And this,
is really
and
tasty.
this.
Yeah, that we like.
Can't beat that.
We like. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Stephen.